Hey, good afternoon. I've been trying to get on here all morning to talk to you guys, really, just because I'm like normally quick 1 or 2 minutes. But I just wanted to talk about like positivity because people often, like very often, ask me, like, how do I stay so positive and what do I do? So every day, like, you have a choice. Like, positivity is a choice. Is your glass going to be half full or half empty? And that's just how I look at life and at things. Just because I think, because like I've been through so much, and so that when I was in a dark place, it was very easy for me to choose that my glass was half empty. And I didn't like those dark places and those dark times that I was in. So now I'm at a place in my life where every day my glass is going to be half full instead of half empty. And I realized that, like, you are put on this earth to achieve great things. Like, you really aren't supposed to just like settle for mediocre. Like, it's okay, but you can always be greater. Like, there can always be more out of you. Like, it's your mind that keeps you limited to the mediocre. So, like, I think about it like this: when I go to the gym and I'm like on a set and I don't think that I can give any more, I can, but I have to put my mind to it. And once I put my mind to it, my body's going to fall in line with that. So that's how I look at life in general, like on everything that like I approach. Like, there's always more that you can give. There's always, you're greater. Like, you are greater. So those dark places that you're in, like, life can life us. Trust me, I know. Like, I've been through some of the hardest things that a person can go through in life. And some of those things that I went through like at a very young age. And so like I had to fight my way through like that next step or that next process or what was the next thing. And I lived my life for a long time like just being mediocre. So like I am a goal setter. And so like in my career, like I always wanted more. So I chased the more in my career. But like on the inside, was I really fulfilled? Like on the inside, I was really like dying on the inside. And the inside like manifested itself to the outside, you know, when I was overweight and obese and sad and negative and just all of those things. But yeah, you're greater, period. You're greater. There's greater in you. You don't have to settle for mediocre. And although like life will throw us curveballs very unexpectedly, like get through those things. So I created a journal, affirmation journal last year. And I think people thought that it was like me sharing like my personal journal, but I wasn't. Like, the journal was for you to journal your thoughts and your ideas and your things that you needed to process, whatever you wanted to put like in that journal. And it also had like affirmations at the top of the pages. And so like I'm an advocate person for journaling because like you have to get through those things, and sometimes like there's different journals for like different phases in your life. So like last year when I created Greater, it was really like a testament to myself that like speak life into yourself, like every day, every page, like speak life into yourself. And so like I used the journal, like once the journal was published, I used the journal throughout the year on things and prayers that I was going through, and it really uplifted me. I was able to reflect. Like at the end of this year, I was like kind of feeling down, like, oh my God, like I haven't accomplished like all the things that I wanted to accomplish. But I was sitting on the side of my bed and I opened up my journal and I went back like prayers that I prayed for my family and my friends and just random strangers. Then I'm like, God answered my prayers. Like, even through like the hard things that I went through, like in 2023, like he was with us and he heard me and he heard my prayers. And so that's like a lot of the reason. I just think that like everybody should journal. That's what I think. Like I said, like I went through a lot of hard things in life at a very young age. So when I was not young, so in 2018, my husband passed away like instantly. He was not sick. One day he was here and the next day he wasn't. And so my godmother had got me a journal the year before for my birthday, but I hadn't used it yet. I had just like set it to the side. I was like, okay, I'm going to use it one day, you know. And so after he passed away, I ended up using it. And like that journal, like as I go back through those pages, was my healing. Like I healed myself like through that journal, like of course with God and prayer, and therapy. Don't forget therapy. Therapy is important. I don't care what anybody says. You can pray all day, honey, but you need a mental health professional at some point in your life, and that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, in 2018, I healed myself with all of those things, but mainly like through my journal, because like he was my best friend. And so because it was so instant, it was like I didn't have a chance to say goodbye. And so that journal helped me to heal. It helped me to like express my emotions and get all of the things like that was hidden in my heart out. And so like I even wrote, like I actually went through my journal today, the one from 2018, and I actually wrote a letter to my son, who passed away like a long time ago. And so that was something hidden that was in my heart that I needed to get out. And so, yeah, so I just think that you should journal, get through those hard things in life. Trust me, I know like it's not easy. It is not easy. But you can do it and you are greater. And so that's like my message, like greater, like you are greater, like greater, that's me, like greater is she. And so, in the Bible it says greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. And so I just feel like anything that you've been through, like the hard things that you've been through, like my son passing away. I was 19 years old when my son passed away. I made it through. It was hard, years and years and years. My husband passed away. Years and years have passed. And so you're greater. I'm greater than the things that I've been through in my life. My mother is sick. She has Alzheimer's, and that's her diagnosis. And I'm an only child, so I have no siblings. My cousins, I left them. Shout out to my cousins. But when it comes down to it, I have no siblings. And her situation is very, very hard for me and my children. But I'm greater. You are greater. You are greater than those things that you've been through. And how do I know that you're greater? Because you're still here. You're still living. You're still breathing. You're still able to do whatever you do every day. So that's how I know you're greater and that there's more in you. Like whatever you've done up until this point, there's more in you. There's greater in you. So my challenge for you for this weekend, on this MLK weekend, is to reflect and pull out the greater. Whenever you think that you're at the capacity, there's more. There's greater in you. So that is my rant. I think I've been ranting for like 10 minutes now. So that's all I have for today. But feel free to reach out if you need to vent to somebody. I know. But I will talk to y'all later. If you want to hear me rant some more, I will. But I will talk to you guys soon. Remember, you are greater. You are amazing. Share your gifts and talents with the world. Somebody's waiting on you. So I'll talk to you guys soon. You take care.